when you spoke about DeAndre Jordan and his future, you weren't alone. Mark Stein, now of the New York Times, tweeted this about DJ. He said, quote, among the various options DeAndre Jordan has been weighing, according to league sources, is opting into the final year of his current contract at $24 million before Friday's midnight deadline to facilitate a trade with Dallas, sources say, among the teams interested. Mark Stein kind of walked that back a little bit later in a later tweet, but it's very interesting because if you look at the Dallas projected starting lineup, were they to add DeAndre Jordan, you've got Dennis Smith, Luka Doncic, Harrison Barnes, Dirk Nowitzki, or Wesley Matthews, and DeAndre Jordan. That doesn't look like a tanking team, Mr. Rose. Look at that roster. Is that a playoff team?
I don't think it's a playoff team because while being a future Hall of Famer and an all-time great, Dirk is not at the point of his career where he could be playing 82 games at quality minutes and give you a level of productivity that we're used to seeing in the past. I think he more resembles a guy that could be a heat check type of player, make big shots for you, but when you elongate his minutes, he's going to resemble the guy that's running backwards on D and tripping over the line. That's just how it's going to be at this point of his career. And Luka Doncic is a rookie. Dennis Smith Jr. is in his second year. You're going to need time for those guys to nurture. They have a terrific coach on the sideline in Rick Carlisle. And Harrison Barnes showed that he could be a really productive wing player. And adding DeAndre Jordan is going to give him some athleticism, some height, some ability to grab boards and change ends of the floor. But in the Western Conference, where teams like the Denver Nuggets were on the outside looking in, and they just drafted Michael Porter Jr. in the first round, I would think that this team still will be lottery bound based on the lineup you just showed me.
So, Jalen, one thing that we always do as media members, I want to ask you about. We always associate players with their hometown team. Do you remember when Kevin Durant was a free agent? We talked about him going to the Wizards. We're now talking about Kawhi going back to Southern California. We're talking about DeAndre Jordan for the second time going to Dallas. Why do we always do this? Why do we always assume that players want to play for their hometown team?
Because the media sometimes overlooks the fact that people aren't chasing a couple of things. One, the large market. C, Clippers, Lakers, Nets, Knicks, and their hometown team. And I'll use California, for example. There are multiple players that are all-star caliber that have become free agents, and for whatever reasons, they didn't go play in their hometown. James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, they come to mind. Russell Westbrook, he's from the West Coast in Cali. He didn't go back home to play. So that's something that kind of gets overlooked in the dynamics of people want to get their money, but also want to be in positions to do really well. Those franchises over the last couple of years haven't been built to where they're playoff ready, so now a guy can come sign and hope to take them to the next level.